Brett Kissel is joining us here today on Primetime Local News. Brett has a big event coming up in Lloydminster. We're so happy. We're going to see you here in September for the first ever Crank It Up Cabaret. Brett, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, I'm very excited to be joining you. Thank you very much. All the conversations we've had over the years, they just seem to get better and better and better. And finally, I can tell you, like, we're coming to Lloyd. We're finally coming to play a big show in September. So I'm very, very excited to hit the stage and play for all my fans in the Border City.
Well, you know, a lot of us have had a chance around here. A lot of the fans have had a chance to see you somewhere, but it's going to be nice to see you in the setting in Lloydminster out at the Lloyd Ex. I assume we're going to hear obviously things from the Compass Project, something from way back. Are plans to do a little bit of everything, or is it too far in advance to decide what you're doing yet?
You know what? That's a great question. For me as an entertainer, I always look at what the event is and knowing that, it's the Crank It Up Cabaret. Well, those words carry a lot of weight too. So it's not going to be this sleepy, event where I'm going to tell all these stories and take you on this journey. No, no, we're going to crank it up. I want everybody to throw back a couple of drinks and have a great time. And we will play a bunch of songs from the early days, 10, 15 years ago in my career when I was even opening for Corb Lund at the X, back in August of, I don't know, 2004 or 5, to now getting a chance to headline myself with all of these new hit songs. So really, whatever anybody wants to hear, there's a very good chance I'm going to play it. My contract says I'm supposed to play for about an hour or so, but when you play in a party city like Lloyd, I'm probably going to play all night long.
Well, Brett, you have been so busy lately. The Compass Project, again, we talked about, and the success of that has been massive. What are your plans over the summer leading up to this cabaret here in September?
Just so much performing. My family and I, we're loving living, obviously back home in Alberta, and we love the farm that we've got and the animals that we've got and the lifestyle that we're living. So achieving, both sides of things with family and music is a beautiful thing. So my wife and children are going to come to a few shows that we're doing, obviously this summer. But we're very, very busy on the road. It's really great to make up for lost time. A lot of the shows and a lot of the places we weren't able to play play at in years. There are some events I'm doing in the territories, some events I'm doing in America, and I've not been back for 5, 6, 7 years. So I'm very, very excited to play in Lloydminster because it has been a long time since I've played in Lloyd. I played in the Vic Juba in 2018, and I know Vic Juba is the one presenting the Crank It Up Cabaret at the X, because we actually just want the biggest venue in town to host the most people and have the most fun. And we feel we can do that at the X as a great fundraiser for the Vic Juba.
Well, Brett, we are certainly excited to have you coming back here. Is there any plans? I know you kind of really wrote a whole lot and put everything together with the last project, but are you still working on new music at this time too? Is that something that you're always doing no matter what? Or are you just going to focus more on performing for the next few months?
My brain is the most unique, fascinating, and scary place to be. Like, it is just wild what goes on in there. So there's no denying a bunch of it is still focused on the current project. We have 2 more albums that we need to release. So we're going through final mixes. All of that recording is done. So it's very important that I dedicate my time and my energy to making the Compass Project as big as I always wanted it to be. These 4 incredibly different albums, but also beautiful records. However, I always have these ideas that are going on in my head about what's next and what the next record will be. So yes, I'm writing for some of those songs and writing towards that next project that'll be out in 2024 or 2025. I just can't turn off my brain. So the answer is yes, I'm always working on new music, but at the same time, I'm still focused and dedicated at the project at hand, which is the Compass Project that I'm so proud of.
Well, Brett, thank you again for joining us. And I know, like you said, you have a busy summer, but we are so looking forward to seeing you here in September. Again, the 7th, Crank It Up Cabaret. Tickets are available now, and we can't wait to see you take that stage here. All your fans are always appreciative out here. Thank you again for joining me today.
The pleasure's all mine. And I have to tell you, Stacey, you and obviously all of your colleagues there, at work in the local news have just been so supportive for me and my life and my career. I'm so grateful for that. So I can't wait to see you in Lloyd and all of my friends from all the surrounding areas, whether it be around Alcurve, just north of Lloyd, or be, east to Neilburg, Saskatchewan, or down to Wainwright. doesn't matter, Irma, wherever you're from, we want everybody in the whole area to come back to Lloyd and enjoy this great, great show in September.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the chat, Brett, and we will see you in September.
See you soon.